All right, what's going on, everybody? So we're going to talk very quickly about the origin of service animal, okay, or service dog, and whether it was started by a person in particular, an organization, or whether it was around for a long time, and if so, what does the other person who created an organization and had a tremendous influence have to do? How does that relate? So I'm going to share my screen really quick here. And all right, entire screen. So you're going to notice that there is this story here. Okay. And notice it says inventor of the service dog. Okay. Notice the wording service dog inventor. Okay. And now let's go here really quick. We read this comment. So here's our reply, my reply, which is the same reply I have, I believe, in the description of this video. What this person did, okay, all right, was they understood something profound, but they also had an understanding of the worlds of commerce and the many different worlds of commerce. I think her, I think her, what was it called? Purple Hearts Foundation, something like that. Pause for Purple Hearts, something like that. Anyways, so now, so let's clarify some things here. The term service dog refers to dog doing a service, but the dog doing a service and the relationship that 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 you have with your dog and the service that that relationship does for you and your dog, okay, that has always been around. In fact, that is not only constitutionally protected under spiritual rights, because there's your spirit animal, your spirit companion, it is also divinely protected. But what happened as commerce grew in certain parts of the past and certain years ago, as commerce kept growing and certain business, government business, and because all business is all contracts and commerce. So as certain organizations and groups started increasing their business and expanding their efforts, certain things would get lost. Okay. So for example, when people started to depend on a central bank, okay, and maybe forgot about accounting or maybe forgot about making their own bank or making their own tribe, their own community. Well, these efforts arose from different entrepreneurs and organizations. And in the midst of all of that, you have your dramas, you have your up and down swings, your challenges, and certain things get lost. Certain people forget that you have freedom. Certain people forget that you have abundance. Certain people forget that what we call money is a representation of something called credit. Credit is not necessarily fiat or currencies. Credit can be what's a different term for credit? Credit, let's look up the definition. Credit. Credit as a noun. The ability of a customer to obtain goods or service before payment based on the trust that payment will be made in the future. An entry recording a sum. Public and the credit definition, noun in a sentence. Like when someone gives someone credit, you give an acknowledgement. An acknowledgement can be in the form of payment. All right. Acknowledgement can be, as many people are starting to understand, just a discharge of debt when it comes to doing business. So when we say we give credit, we give acknowledgement. Okay. So acknowledgement of value, and that value is infinite. That value is based on an infinite value that is nature, that is freedom of life, that is love, that is the relationship we have with nature and the animals. Okay. So what that person did was they understood this to a very profound level, but they also understood how the world of commerce was kind of blindsiding and making people forget, you can say. One can say that's what she probably saw as well. So therefore, when she saw how other people were still in the tradition and the common practice of having an animal accompany them, be it their spiritual animal or be it the animal was helping them with a disability, she figured, well, how can we bring that to the business or the country business called the US? Okay. And then she created, and she created the word, or not she created the word, but she brought this word together, these words together: service, dog, service, animal. Okay. Many places it's service animal. Okay. And other places it's service dog. So service animal is varies in different places. So she brought the two words together, and like many people do when they're choosing a name for a business, you want something that represents something profound, and they put it into a title. Okay. So no, she's not the first person to invent the concept, not the title, the concept, or discover the concept of animals doing service with their, or having a human having an animal companion, and their relationship, and how the relationship is of service to their well-being for both the animal and the human. No, she's not the first to discover that. She's not claiming that either, right? She knows exactly what she's saying, but those who are lost and who, you got too, maybe you're a little too distracted or entertained, or maybe you might doubt your own intelligence. Those who get lost in the wording. Okay, remember, everything is made up. Things are made up. Okay, and as I have mentioned before, humans have created laws. Okay, and some of these laws have been created as extra shields. Okay, why? Let me fix the description here. Why someone may be claiming such title of inventing something. Okay. And so I'm going to read what my description says. So it is okay for some to question why someone may be claiming such a title of inventing something, claiming inventor title to something. And here's a good response and observation. Freedom, constitutional and natural rights, and even spiritual rights of all beings to be with their animal companions is a divine natural law, and to accompany them, to be with their natural animal companions, and to be accompanied by them is a divine natural law. It's freedom. Humans made laws, aka legal, lawful agreements, in their commerce and dealings for the most part to act as a shield to defend the abundance, freedom, love, and joy that is already available, that is, was, and shall remain always available to all. So what someone what someone let's see, what someone who claims, let's reword this. The term service dog or service animal was created and built upon, put and inserted into, there we go, I'm gonna put inserted into the world of commerce to be more official, not because an official recognition or title was necessarily needed for animal companionship to be allowed, but because those who weren't aware, or those who were losing awareness, people, or those who would try to challenge freedom of any being, and those who were affected by such challenges would learn and have another shield that helped them, I would say, realize. I would say once again, realize just how much life's natural freedom extended in relation to the extends in relation to the animal's companionship, and how it could be defended. It could be either defended and more comprehended by others. So it is a valid point to wonder why someone would claim a title to invent something. Inventor's title. Titles in worlds of commerce, if applied appropriately, strengthen the freedom that exists for all. While the title is not needed since most people have been comprehending just how free and abundant we all are, it was a necessary add-on, kind of like a shield that protected, a shield that was created to protect. Let me put it like that. A shield that was created to protect freedom in the world of commerce. On the level of on the levels of commerce. Regardless that freedom has already been established in lawful divinity and freedom and love for all. Namaste. So that's all I have for y'all. Hope you guys learned something really good for that. Feel free to share. Feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's about it, y'all. So peace. Namaste.